Morning light poured over the serpentine road that clung to the slopes of the Andes near Ecuador's Podocarpus National Park, the air sharp with the scent of damp earth and eucalyptus. Diego and Rafael piloted their battered pickup up the grade, crates of coffee beans and tools clattering in the bed, bound for the Highland Cooperative above Vilcabamba. The drone of cicadas blended with the distant cries of howler monkeys. The forest, a dense weave of emerald and shadow. Abruptly, two small shadows bolted from the roadside ferns, forcing Rafael to slam the brakes. Tires shrieked, carving black scars into the slick asphalt. Steam hissed from the hood, mingling with the odor of rotting leaves. Diego leaned out the window, pulse racing, and saw not stray dogs or coatis but two leopard cubs, their coats dusted with tawny gold and charcoal rosettes. They trembled, eyes wide as polished onyx, paws slipping on the wet pavement. One pawed feebly at the door, uttering a thin, desperate mewl that cut through the morning hush. Rafael whispered, "Their mother's gone. Poachers, maybe, or a rockslide." The men locked eyes, the cubs' terror reflecting their own sudden sorrow. Diego eased the door open, extended a rough hand. The braver cub pressed against his palm, a shiver rippling through its frame as if seeking refuge in an indifferent world. Rafael wrapped his denim jacket around the second, and together they lifted the pair into the cab, settling them on a folded wool blanket. The engine coughed alive. They abandoned the main route for Rafael's modest adobe house on the flank of Cerro Mandango. There, Diego boiled water and mixed powdered milk, his sister's formula for orphaned goats at the local sanctuary. The cubs suckled greedily, whiskers twitching, eyelids drooping in exhausted trust beneath the flickering glow of a kerosene lantern. That night, the men took shifts on the porch, ears tuned to every whimper, the golden light painting fleeting serenity on the cubs' faces. Dawn broke with parrots screeching overhead. The leopards, now named Luna and Sol, Moon and Sun, staggered across the wooden planks. Diego filled a shallow tin with water for splashing games. Rafael diced raw chicken into morsels, coaxing them to eat. They tumbled after each other, nipping at Rafael's bootlaces, vanishing behind clumps of agave. Each morning the routine solidified, scrubbing the makeshift enclosure, replacing straw, toweling damp fur. The cubs adored neck scratches. Whenever Diego knelt, they butted his knuckles, purring like distant thunder. Rafael chuckled at the names, symbols of night and day, of hope amid uncertainty. By the third day, Luna sprinted in playful bursts, while Sol scaled a low log Rafael had dragged in. Curiosity consumed them, dangling light cords, the rustle of palm fronds, Diego's wide-brimmed hat. Yet Diego sensed the inevitable. These were creatures of the wild, their instincts sharpening like claws. On a humid Wednesday, he watched them nap in a sunbeam, anxiety knotting his chest. "They need the forest, but a protected corner," he told Rafael. As twilight painted the peaks violet, Rafael scrolled through contacts, landing on the Podocarpus Ranger Station. The next morning, they phoned, recounting every detail: the roadside rescue, the bottle feedings, the tentative bond. Ranger Sofia Mendoza, a veteran of cloud forest patrols, arranged immediate transfer. The truck rumbled back down the same road, the cubs now cradled in a wicker basket lined with Rafael's old shirt. At the Podocarpus Wildlife Station, nestled in a valley where orchids clung to ancient cedars, Sofia and two assistants awaited, their faces lit with quiet respect as Diego and Rafael lifted the basket. Sofia cradled Luna, inspecting teeth and pads, then smiled. "Strong, alert, you've done wonders." Sol burrowed against Rafael's collar, reluctant to part. Sofia's voice softened like mist over the canopy. "They'll adjust. You've given them a second chance." Paperwork signed, the men lingered as the cubs entered a quarantine pen, mesh walls offering views of real trees. Rafael's throat tightened. Diego managed, "It's right." In the weeks that followed, They became fixtures at the station, arriving with sacks of fresh fish, condensed milk, even hand-carved wooden mice. The leopards recognized the truck's rumble, bounding to the fence with eager chirps. Sofia reported daily gains. The initial wariness melted. They stalked fallen leaves, pounced on shadows, honed reflexes in a fenced acclimation zone mimicking the park's understory. Diego photographed their antics. Luna mid-leap, Sol perched on a branch, and shared the images with the Vilcabamba Cooperative and neighboring fincas. Word spread like wildfire through Loja province. A regional paper ran a feature titled "Leopard Cubs of the Andean Cloud Forest," complete with reader letters from schoolchildren who now dreamed of becoming rangers. The men's visits became ritual. One afternoon, Sofia showed them footage from a trail camera. Luna and Sol wrestling beneath a bromeliad-laden trunk, their rosettes flashing like scattered coins. Rafael laughed until his eyes watered. Diego felt the weight of their fleeting parenthood ease into pride. Yet beneath the joy lay a quiet ache, knowing release loomed. Sofia monitored weight, muscle tone, hunting simulations. "They're ready for the supervised sector," she announced after 10 weeks. The day arrived under a sky the color of river stone. Diego and Rafael stood at the release gate, the enclosure opening onto a corridor of montane forest. Luna paused, sniffed the air thick with moss and resin, then vanished into the green. Sol followed, tail high, a final glance back before melting into shadow. Months blurred. Diego and Rafael returned monthly, tires crunching gravel, bearing venison scraps and updates on village life. Sofia greeted them with fresh prints, paw marks circling a kapok tree, scat confirming a diet of rodents and birds. Once, she played audio from a hidden recorder. The cubs, now sleek adolescents, exchanging low, resonant roars near a hidden waterfall. Diego's grin split wide, sunlight catching the moisture in his eyes. "They're thriving," Sofia said. "Your kindness rippled farther than these mountains." Back in Vilcabamba, the story wove into local lore. Children reenacted the rescue during school plays. A mural on the cooperative wall depicted 2 leopards beneath a starry sky, Luna and Sol immortalized in vibrant pigment. Diego hung a framed photo in his kitchen, the cubs' first night, noses buried in milk, his own hand steadying the bottle. Rafael carved tiny wooden leopards for the station's gift shop, proceeds funding anti-poaching patrols. The men's friendship deepened, forged in shared sleepless nights and the hush of letting go. Years later, hikers occasionally reported sightings, fleeting glints of spotted fur along ridgelines, a reminder that wild hearts, once nurtured, reclaim their domain. Diego and Rafael never stopped their pilgrimages. Each visit ended with Sofia's quiet update, a new photograph, a fresh trail of hope. The brief intersection of human and feline lives had etched itself into the Andes, a testament that compassion, however small, could echo through centuries of cloud and canopy.